and welcome to Life of an ENFJ. I'm Rory Bean, and today we're going to be talking about ENFJ strengths. One thing I've noticed looking back at the videos over and over again, um, I haven't really touched up on a subject that is very crucial to most NF types that I've noticed, not just ENFJs, but we are extremely idealistic. This idealism, in my opinion, comes from extroverted feeling and the introverted intuition. I think this helps drive us to set these standards and these aspirations and goals in our life, as opposed to, let's say, an ESFJ. Um, we're very goal oriented. Um, this can be a double-edged sword because if you're not mature enough, this can sometimes prohibit you and sometimes be extremely overwhelming to an individual. This leads me to my next point about ENFJs. We're extremely good at planning things out. When we wake up, we have our day already sorted out, what we're going to be wearing, where we're going to probably go eat, when we're going to go work out, when we're going to have time for extracurricular activity. We're extremely good, precise planners. We're also good at communication skills, excuse me. Um, we're really good at it. We're good at dealing with social aspects. We're good at talking to people, talking about problems, getting problems out in the open. And this isn't even just a good aspect. It's something that we need, not a want, but we need it. We have to have it because we need to know what everyone's feeling. We need to have that security. Um, this also brings me on to we're good at assembling people. We're good at getting people together. We strive for that win-win scenario all the time. So if there's a problem, we try to make it to where both parties will be happy. We're kind of a jack of all trades as well. I've noticed, for me anyways, I think that any field that I go into, we get a general knowledge of what that field's about, what that hobby is about, and we do pretty good at it. I think that we aren't the best, but we can hold our own in a conversation and anything we do. We also have a sixth sense for picking up emotions and for reading people. I'll give you an example. During the summertime, I work at a pool, and I have, everyone there that I work with. We're all pretty close friends. I have a very close INFJ friend that works there as well, and I can just read her emotions like a book. She walks in, I can tell when she's livid. I can tell when she's sad, when she's happy. I can read her, and she can read me too. So I don't know if it's just an ENFJ thing or any NF type, but I've noticed that whenever I come in and I'm stressed out, she usually is able to tell me what the problem is when I don't even have my own insight on the situation. But in general, ENFJs are just really good at reading other people. We're very tolerant of people as well. We're very patient, I would say, with people. We're also very charismatic. I'll give you an example of this. Not too long ago, I went to a park, and there's these cliffs up there, and I was with a friend. We were walking down. We knew that we needed to have a pass to be up there. But this ranger approached us, and I looked towards my friend, and I was like, okay, just act natural, just follow my lead, and I'll get us through this. And she was like, okay. So we walk up there, and the ranger was like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, can I help you? He's like, yeah, do you have your pass to be out here? Your permit? I was like, permit? What? I was just playing ignorant, and I was able to talk us out of the ticket. And later, right afterwards, I got a warning. The ticket would have been $250. So the stakes were there. They were real. I didn't want to get that. But I was able to talk us just into a warning, just by using communication skills, just by being charismatic. And so I think we're really good at that. And then, not to mention, I think we're naturally good leaders in general. Um, I've noticed when I was at the pool, I was a manager. Granted, this is my job, but I noticed that in times of trouble or in times of when people needed a leader, and not even just people below me, but some higher ups as well, they'd be like, "What do we do? What do we do?" I'm like, "Okay, this is what we need to do. We already have a plan. We already have an EAP. We need to follow this." I tell people, bark out orders here and there, not in a mean way or a negative aspect, but I think ENFJs, because they're altruistic, because they're just generally want to see people do good, they fit into a good leadership position. Which also leads me into this next part, altruism. Speaking of that, I think if an ENFJ has a good developed introverted intuition, they have really good sense of altruism and empathy. Time alone can be good for them as well, not just prohibiting them. But when I was younger, I noticed that being extrovert, I got mad at people who'd get in my way of being in social constructs or being in a group of people. I got mad or frustrated at anything that would stand in my way of being with people. And I think as time and personal insight, I think as this went on, your introverted intuition, as you learn how to deal with that, time alone can be very beneficial for you. I think this helps ENFJs because I know that after a certain amount of time, I need to be alone and just kind of recharge the battery, if that makes sense. Not to mention this, but because of our extroverted sensing and our tertiary, we're able to get into that, what people call the zone faster. Or at least I've noticed I've been able to embrace it, just life, the surroundings around me, just to enjoy everything in general. I don't know if that's just an ENFJ trait or if that could be for any extroverted sensing type. They're able to just kind of let go, slip into that zone that most people call that. I'd like to leave on a good note. There are negatives in people's lives. There are weaknesses, and it is important to embrace those weaknesses, but one needs to look at their strengths as well. One needs to push forward on their strengths, learn how to cope with them, learn how to use them properly. And not just the ENFJ type, but I think any type can excel if they use their strengths. And I think they can really benefit the world around them and themselves in the process. That being said, the next video we will talk about ENFJ weaknesses. I'm Roy Bean, and as always, thanks for watching.